matchup between Malonga and Asia Wilson. Malonga now with 12 points and counting. Asia Wilson leading all scores with 14. It's a Storm with a 2-point advantage. Commissioner Cup action. USA Network. Drew Lloyd, former Seattle Storm. Kicks it to Gray for three. Can't get it to drop. Talbot between two Storm players grabs the offensive board. Lloyd will drive now and lay it in.
And here's one of the things we see with Seattle's defense. It starts off being really, really good. The pressure on the perimeter was simply outstanding, but then it breaks down in the second line of attack, and you see the easy layup.
Steph Dolson. Bomb trying to seal down low. Cook takes a three instead. Can't get it to go, and Alyssa Smith skies for the board. Margaret Tice. Hands to Talbot. Turns hard. Rejected by Dolson. Margaret Tice puts it on the deck. Now she'll take the three. That's off. Morrison on the glass once again, pulling down the board.
Seattle can take advantages of the misses from the Aces.
Morson's three off the mark. Getting some good looks, Seattle. Just haven't been able to drop them from outside. 40% from the floor. Chelsea Gray able to hit. Just Cook off the curl. It's a handoff to Heidemann. Heidemann will tee up a three. Can't get it to drop.
And Heidemann gets a good look at the rim, and you know what? You want her to take that shot.
Seattle just 1 of 9 from three-point range now. Great ways for everybody to fly by, but can't get the ball away to go. Heidemann touches the paint, comes back up. Cook off the Dolson screen. Gets the three to fall.
Tell you what, Dolson can set some really serious screens, and they're so good because they give you enough time to get your shot off.
They had 3 3-pointers in the game. That one opens up the rim a little bit.
And oftentimes I think what is so underrated is how good you set a screen for your teammates. Look at the battle down there, right there with Dolson and Talbot just battling through it, right? And that's what you have to do. You set the screen, you get set, and you force them to go under or go through you or whatever it takes, but it gives Zaya Cook enough time to knock down a big shot.
Talked about Natisha Heidemann kind of giving Coach Rahman some feedback and stuff. Dolson is also a part of that. The vets on this very young Seattle team is offering feedback to Coach Rahman. Chelsea Gray with an incredible pass, and Smith able to kiss it off the window.
It must be so fun to play with Chelsea Gray because she can see you anywhere and she will deliver the ball to you. I mean, that is unbelievable. And she's pumped about it. This is what I love, the energy right now that the Aces are playing with. And Alyssa Smith has just been a really good fit on this Aces team. I love how she's figured out how to have a role on this team. And Becky Hammond talked to us about her saying, you know what, you don't have to run a play for her, but she will figure out how to get her points.
Becky Hammond used one word to describe it, and that was presence. So that the presence was different this season compared to last season. She also was able to go through training camp with the team for the first time. She came over in a midseason trade a season ago from the Wings. And like you said, we put her in the game quickly. She came off the bench for one game and has started since. And that's been the right decision to make.
Okay, so Alyssa Smith, the payoff is that she's hustling down court and gets in front of the defense and is able to lay it in. I just love how excited the whole team was for her, but it's her ability to get down court. She is really, really active right now.
Great shot there by our crew. As you saw the three cash in by Cook. Smith trying to pay off the three-point play, and does so. To your point, LB, that is one of those plays that you don't have to run. Smith just hustled and beat everyone down the court.
Absolutely, absolutely. You'd be surprised how many times you can do that.
Bomb off the three.
Now Dolson has 3 fouls out there, so she needs to be a little bit careful here. They need her intensity, especially in this second unit. She's going to go take a break, but I have liked how she has played in this.
Inside, great, behind the back, or over the head rather, to Smith.
Oh, it just keeps coming and coming. I mean, this is incredible. Eyes behind her head.
A blocking foul is going to be called on the baseline on Chelsea Gray. It gives an opportunity to just appreciate how great she is. I mean, the angles that she has to throw those passes.
That is all about the angles, and hopefully she's okay after this one as she goes in. Ooh, ouch, to take the charge and thought she was set. Gets called for the blocking foul. Let's see. Yeah, she's still moving a little bit.
Cook had that dribble off the back of her heel, and then there's an offensive foul away from the basketball on Alwa Fong.
Elbows are flying down low, and it's just about the aggression, trying to battle for space. And here she comes through the lane. Here's the battle, pushing, and it's just quick, and you know, it's part of being, you know, a big in the WNBA.
Ray down low, bullying high to mid. Seattle wants a top. The Aces starting to flow offensively. Evan has her under. She already has 5 assists tonight. Dom Malonga falling away. Wilson the rebound. Jack Young coming on the defensive. Flage Johnson. Flage doing a good job of sticking with Jackie Young that time. Smith down low. Wilson on the drive. 3 to shoot. Melissa Smith able to get it to drop, count it, and the foul. Great ball movement by the Aces.
Yeah, this can be really deflating for a team like Seattle that works so hard defensively right to the end of the shot clock, but then you can just see the patience right now from the Aces making that extra pass. A beautiful pass from A'ja Wilson down low to Smith, but it is their willingness and patience to take their time throughout the whole shot clock.
Melissa Smith now with 11 of the last 13 points for the Aces, and a 9-point advantage for Las Vegas. Malonga driving hard. Can't get it to go. Good defense that time by Smith on fouling.
Yeah, and Seattle needs to continue to do that. In that first quarter, they did a great job of scoring in the paint, and now here they're relying on outside shots. So get that ball back inside.
Melvin finds Malonga. Rejected by Wilson. And it's going the other way.
I don't think Dom was quite ready for that pass as she was coming down court. It was just a little quick, and boy, it's a big-time block right there from A'ja Wilson, and Dom's just trying to make it easy like shot. You have to go in with your body and take a hard shot if A'ja Wilson's anywhere in the vicinity.
Third block of the game for A'ja Wilson. Malonga a little bit too aggressive, trying to bump Wilson on the baseline.
And that is what happens when you go up against the GOAT, A'ja Wilson. You send her to the free throw line continually, and that is what Seattle has done in this game.
USA's Hit Series is back for a second season with all new cities, all new guests, and the same monstrous appetite. Braun Strowman. Don't miss everything on the menu with Braun Strowman, former WWE superstar, Fridays on USA Network. Team fouls right now 15-3 in favor of the Storm, and that's not a category you want to lead in.
Yeah, and that, you know, that was one of the things we worried about at the start of this game is, can you defend this team without fouling? And you see why it's easy to get frustrated with the way they attack down low.
Samuelson drills the 3.
Yeah, that's something that Seattle's been waiting to see.
Katie Lou herself has been waiting to see a ball drop from 3-point range. That's the 4th three-pointer of the night for the Storm. Flage sticking with Drake. Lloyd straight on three. Off the mark, a battle for the board. Flossie Johnson comes away with it.
A good job boxing out by Seattle allows them to get a good look at the rim.
It was a good look by Samuelson. She was off the mark from three-point range.
Mrs. Smith has been a monster on the boards tonight.
Gobbling up the rebounds. That was her 7th rebound that last trip. There's Fong. Orson sees a lane, shows it. Wilson with another block. Her 4th. Dual action. Young and Wilson. Young misses the 3. Wilson, a beast on the boards. She'll go back to the line. Asia Wilson has been a rim protector tonight. 4 blocks already.
Yeah, getting into the paint is such an issue with Asia Wilson. It's just you have to always know where she is located at any given moment.
Talk about Asia Wilson. She's generally going to be in the top 5 of those categories.
Yeah, she's done a tremendous job. And the thing about her is that you realize, like, she still has a lot of career in front of her. So, like, how much better can she continue to get year after year after year? She's going to be chasing, you know, Diana Taurasi and a few of the other greats in some of these categories.
Just 29 years old, her 9th season out of South Carolina. Locked inside, Baum stuck with it and was able to stick it back.
Yeah, those are the little things. I like to see Awa staying with it, holding on. Got to get some defensive stops, though.
Young inside the Wilson. One dribble pull is good.
Oh, that's a difficult shot that Asia just hit. There was 2 defenders on her. Both of them went straight up, and she still knocked it down cleanly.
Not only 2 defenders with size. Foul away from the ball. And with under...
They won the title back in 2022. They were runners-up in 2023. And since the start of the Cup, the Aces hold the best all-time winning percentage, currently 2-0 in Cup play this season. And head coach Becky Hammond told us that when it comes to the Commissioner's Cup, they want to win every game. I don't care if it's the Commissioner's Cup, whatever. I want to win the next game, and the next game. And it just so happens, those are all Commissioner's Cup games. So that's where the mentality of this Aces team is here during this tournament.
Each team in the Eastern Conference will play each other, and then they'll play 1 game against the Western Conference just to even it out. You have 15 teams in the W, so all teams will play 7 Commissioner Cup games.
One of the things I think is interesting is that the point differential really matters in the Commissioner Cup game. So sometimes, you know, the tradition in basketball is you don't run the score up on a team, but you might see during these games you need those points.
Bomb inside, able to get it over her hero. And that's going to lead to a top. Who's an absolute fan of Asia Wilson. We had a chance to talk to her pregame and
yeah, I think it's pretty exciting the first few times you get to go up against your idol. We are right here. She's going to try and steal the ball from her right now.
Great for 3. Is able to get it to drop. And Horston slapped her on the backside on the way back, saying good shot.
Chelsea Gray plays, which is a lot of joy on the court. It's just fun to watch her. Always a big smile after she knocks down a shot or gets the pass to one of her teammates.
7-5 for Gray. Johnson to Horston. Flage in the paint. Falling away. It's a tough shot. A flat-footed rebound for Wilson.
Seattle still needing to move that ball around from one side to the other a little bit to shift the defense.
Wilson, good jab. Looks like Baum got a piece of that. Johnson in the open floor. That's the way she wants to play.
That defense to offense, and that's how you get things rolling here. Things are getting a little bit tighter.
Under a minute to play here in the first half. Storm been able to stick around in this one. Searching for first Commissioner Cup win. And Fam's going to get called for the foul.
And it always starts on the defensive side of the ball where Seattle has been really good this season. And here is the defense going up. It just gets a little piece of it, but then it gets you rolling in transition, which allows Flau'jae Johnson to get rolling. That's really where she's at her best right now, just playing in transition. So anytime you can get her out and kind of free her, it just loosens up Seattle's offense.
Vaughn picking up her third foul. And Wilson missing the first. Splits the pair. Gotten to the line now 13 times. 11 from 13 from the foul line. Talbot, the rebound. 2 for 1 here. Jackie Young wants it. Trying to get it to Lloyd. Lloyd on the deck. And Horson and Lloyd will jump it up.
Again, good aggressiveness right now from Seattle, getting back defensively. When Flau'jae came down, she stopped the ball and was able to get Las Vegas to slow down. They were running in transition.
Holmes back on the floor for Seattle, replacing Fong. 14 on the shot clock for the Aces if they win the tip. And they don't.
Jump it again, I think.
Jump it again. So our crew chief, Tony Patillo, will go back up. 3, 2, 1, let's go! And adjust the clock.
Straight up and down here.
Better toss this time, same result. Shot clock unplugged. Seattle would love to go into the halftime break with some momentum here.
You can move that ball around. You can see Heideman's in some isolation on a high pick and roll.
Wilson driving baseline over Wilson. Can't get it to drop. Young has some time. She's not going to be able to get a shot off. The defense there by Samuelson and Horston to hold it down. It's a 7-point advantage for the Aces, led by Asia Wilson's 21 points and 6 rebounds. Chelsea Gray with 7 points and 5 dimes. On the other side, Seattle led by Dom Malonga, and she has 12 points, 4 rebounds. Paris Lawson game, they haven't had much time together. It's really one full practice, and even around this morning, outside of the little bit of time they played together on Saturday. So it's a learning experience and a learning curve, but they came out and added 21 points combined.
The youngest duo front court in
yeah.
the WNBA. So this duo is going to continue to get better and better, and they need more time together on the floor.
Dom Malonga just 20 years of age. Alabama will turn 20 on June 17th. Jackie Young gets things going here in the second.
Jackie Young finds her shot just in complete flow of the game. No defense, just a quick, easy shot for her. You can't leave her alone.
Ball almost found us. We got a touch. Storm basketball. 14 on the clock for them to work. We need 14 seconds of chaos. So Fong, Heidemann, Malonga, Orson, and Johnson starting 5 for Seattle. Wilson, Smith, Talbot, Young, and Gray for the Aces. Foul again is called. It was before the shot. And it's on Talbot. That's going to be Talbot's first. And we'll reset the shot clock back to 14. In 3, 2, 1, go! Wilson in the corner, hands off to Heidemann. Talbot with a switch on Heidemann, doing a good job of staying in front of her. That shot rimming out.
Just a little bit more ball movement.
Good hustle that time by Heidemann coming over the steal and then banging off of Talbot to keep possession.
Seattle starts their possessions really strong by moving from side to side with the ball, and then it kind of stagnates and gets into heavy dribbling.
See if that changes on this trip. Bomb on the 45. Floor's clear for her to go to work. Turns her back to the basket. Wilson bump it. Here comes 2. Finds the open Malonga. Can't get it to drop. It's a good read that time by Fong.
Oh, I know. That would have been fun to see, but I like the thought that they did it right. So the double team comes for Awa, and she knows she has to pass out of it. That is something that she'll improve on as well. You just need a quicker, faster pass out of the double. But Dom gets a good look at the rim.
It's going to be a learning curve for those two to play together on the same floor. Talking to Sonia Rahman ahead of the game, she mentioned that sometimes they have the same instincts. They cut to the same spots. And that's going to take time to learn each other. As Gray falls away.
So much finesse in the way that she scores the ball. Beautiful little fadeaway.
With 9 points, 5 dimes. An offensive foul is called on Dom Malonga. She can't believe it.
We're seeing more of this call this year as they're calling moving screens or illegal screens. And that is the correct call. Her leg is out just a little bit.
It's the 4th foul on Malonga, so she'll check out of the game. Young being guarded by Johnson. Wilson at the nail, kicks out. Talbot open for 3. It's not there. Gorson was doing a good job on the boards. Her 6th rebound.
She's yet to score, but boy, she has been really solid on the boards, and if she can get this offense moving a little bit with those rebounds.
That's a great pass by Fong. Flage blows the layup and gets a chance to go to the line.
There has not been a lot of free throws attempted for the Seattle team, so they're probably pleased to get to that free throw line. And here's Awa looking for the pass. Nice little backdoor action, and that communication with these young players is just exciting for the Seattle fan base, for the WNBA, for everyone who likes watching good basketball.
This appearance is 5 and 6 at the line for the Storm, to your point, LB, and the Aces have been to the line 18 times. See if that evens out here in the second half. Heidemann comes up with the strip and finds an easy 2. Another steal, Horson to the basket. Can't get that to drop. Chelsea Gray says, hey, let's settle down a little bit.
You have to love the way that Seattle's playing right now. They're hunting the passing lanes, looking for turnovers.
Young comes off the screen and drills the jumper. 6 threes Saturday against the Valkyrie. She's finding the touch once again. 3-7 from the floor tonight. Orson overshot that one. Gray on the run for the Aces. The bounce pass to Young.
They get the running game with this Aces. They finish around the rim. Oh, but it's just so much fun to watch her.
It's been a blast to watch her so far tonight. She's working on a 9.6 assist night. Heidemann for 3. Indeed.
Heidemann's been hunting that shot.
8-point game. Every time Seattle's come out of the timeout, they come out with a purpose and normally get a result. Wilson can't get that to drop as Baum tripped and fell to the floor. Melvin, the high dribble.
Here's where they're getting stuck in their half-court offense again. They're trying to get some movement. Let's see if they can move it side to side.
And the cutting Samuelson down low. She hesitated, then shoots over Smith, and still able to make fall. Young using the Wilson screen. Wilson over the top of Dolson. A little bit of miscommunication that time defensively.
And she does such a good job of slipping behind the defense, and once she's there, you're not going to be able to stop her.
Heidemann off the curl. That's Fong, 10 to shoot. Samuelson bumping Lloyd. And Lloyd bumping a little too much. They get called for the foul.
Samuelson liked the matchup there too, I believe, with Jewel Lloyd, so she was going hard to the basket. Or was that Jackie Young she was battling with? Oh, it was Jewel Lloyd, yeah. I think when you saw Samuelson, she kind of sped up a little bit when she realized the matchup.
Melvin turns the corner, saw Wilson coming, tried to get it up on the rim, missed it. Here's Lloyd from the corner for three. Off the mark. Now Seattle getting opportunities to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, just got to finish around the rim, keep moving that ball. Yeah, turn it over. Those are unforced errors right there.
Crowd getting back into it now. The Aces trying to move quickly, trying to catch a Storm sleeping, and they turn it over.
Becky Hammond approves of that.
Well, Coach Hammond said that she likes to look at seasons in segments. And after this, it'll be the first time she looks at how well her team is playing. It's 11 games at a time for her. And she's already focused on mindset as Fahm knocks down the midi.
Yeah, I think that's interesting how she looks at it and kind of reassesses at each point. Whatever she's doing, it's working for her.
Absolutely is. Banner's hung up in this arena for sure. And that woman right there, a big part of it. That's her first corner three of the season, by the way.
Oh, how dangerous does that make her when she's knocking down three-pointers?
Most of her three-point damage has come above the break. Corner three falling for her that time. The answer by Heidemann. Becky Hammond's seen enough. Becky Hammond, and by the way, her teammate, Jackie Young, not far behind in terms of passing her head coach.
That's right.
She was 41 assists away coming into this game from passing Becky as she did two tonight. She'll do work on the jump shot that time, give her 15 points and counting.
Becky Hammond said she didn't mind that the players were passing her.
Says she had the best seat in the house to watch greatness every night. Records were meant to be broken. Offensive foul's going to be called on Dolson. Praised her screening in the first.
Definitely an illegal screen. Her body's turned. You see this one again. As Chelsea Gray comes, her body's turned. She hasn't set her feet yet.
It's her fourth foul. So she'll check out the game as well. So Alonga and Dolson on the bench with 4 fouls apiece. And defensive 3 seconds called on Holmes as she was camped out in the paint.
And again, the players kind of laughing it off right now. Seattle kind of just working through some growing pains right now, right? You know, young players getting used to each other.
Because of the foul trouble, we're getting more out of Holmes and Katie Lou Sanderson. Teaching moment between the two there. Bet, Stephanie Dolson and Dom Alonga. Dolson, who's now in her 13th season in the WNBA, along with just year number 2. Young on the pull at the nail, can't get it to go, and Awa Fahm skying over everyone to grab that ball.
Yeah, I like how she pulls it down and then protects the ball.
Fahm on the handoff to Heidemann. Fahm sealing, she wants the rock, they don't find her. Samuelson from the corner, blocked by Young. And Alyssa Smith picks it up. Gray ahead, it's Wilson to the corner. Good ball movement by the Aces. It's Young, it's a 3. Off the mark, Wilson can't stick it back.
A couple different opportunities for Vegas to score on that one. And Seattle comes out unscathed.
Heidemann and Fahm. Heidemann at the nail. That got a Young got a piece of that shot. Gonna go the other way. They say last touch by the Storm.
Seattle hasn't been able to take advantage yet of some like good pick and roll action, having Fahm really roll hard to the basket. We haven't seen that here in the second half.
Brianna Turner checking into the game for the first time tonight for the Aces, 21 in black. Bell back on the floor as well. Young turning the corner, draws two. Switch there by the Storm. Wilson! It's a three, but it looked like her foot was on the line. And Asia Wilson now, if that three stands, is 1 point shy of 6,000.
She gets a big smile on her face when she knocks down those threes.
Wilson with the rebound. Jackie Young. Bell. Wilson's wide open. They don't find her. Instead, it's Turner down low. Plenty of time to shoot. Now they find Wilson. She uses the up fake. Wilson can't get it to drop. The parents who are sitting courtside are trying to will that ball in. There's a lot of body Eagles trying to get that one to fall. They know what's at stake. Next bucket. The youngest and fastest player to get to 6K for her career. Foul is Jade Melbourne was driving that time.
Well, Asia Wilson likes to shoot this three-point shot. Let's see where her foot is. It's behind the line, folks. Gets a good look at it. The hand in her face is not enough to slow her down. But look at the smile and the energy that she has after she knocks that one down.
Our crew chief was right on top of it. Tony Patillo was able to make the call in real time. It is a three for Asia Wilson. She has 29 points and counting. Melvin cashes out on both free throws. Under a minute to play here in this third. It's Young and Wilson once again. Hand off. Young rejects the screen this time. The flyby, Young, the floater, not there. Rebound up for grabs, and Bell will secure. Fresh 14 for the Aces. Wilson, step back. Can't get it to drop. Offensive rebound for Lloyd. Lloyd alone in the corner for three. Indeed!
It's too easy. Seattle just kind of wore down after all those opportunities that Vegas had trying to score.
7 seconds left in this third. It's Melbourne, can't get it to go. Bell looks up, she's gonna fire it.
Today at shoot-around, and it is just so fun to play with the greatest player in the world, and I can understand why.
Yeah, I bet it is a lot of fun to play with the greatest player in the world, and I feel like you could run that video every single game and we could talk about her because it is like watching greatness every single time on the court. You want to appreciate what she's brought to the game. And she's having some fun as well.
Four-time MVP, already a three-time champ. She has a resume that reads like a Hall of Famer that has been playing this game forever. She's only in her 9th season. She's not even 30 years old yet. Still plenty of thread left on that tire for Asia Wilson. By the way, Jackie Young, it's fun watching Wilson go to work.
Yeah, it really is.
The Storm trying to keep it close here in a 10-point game. Ray trying to find Lloyd on the backdoor cut, and what a collision that was as Cook hits the deck.
The way that this Aces team communicates with each other, it's pretty amazing. It's just like eyes looking at each other. There's no talking, but they knew exactly where that pass was going. Chelsea knew where it was going, the cut. I mean, their communication with one another is just really impeccable.
Good to see Cook bounce off the deck after taking that shot. 8 to shoot. Ray able to get it to drop. Now in double figures.
Ajay Johnson's doing her best to stay with her, stay with Chelsea, but it is difficult.
12-7 night for Chelsea Gray. Melvin had that pass read and stolen. Lloyd tripped over her own feet. Melvin picks it up. The speed of Jade Melvin right to the 10.
And I think that's the biggest strength of Melbourne right there is her ability just to turn around and get in transition with that speed to get down court and then finish at the rim.
Seattle hanging around, 10-point game. Turner kicks. Gray on the 45, 5 to shoot. Gray will tee up a 3. It's not there. Bell, flat-footed offensive board. She'll put it up and in.
Everyone's getting involved in this one.
Sonny Rahman talked about having to rebound and close possessions. Said multiple times this season they played well for 23 seconds.
At MIT for 12 seasons, and she served as both assistant head coach and compliance officer before moving to Memphis Grizzlies as an assistant and then the assistant at the New York Liberty. And she said that her time at MIT, she loved coaching student athletes, but she had to wear a lot of different hats during that time. So she loves being able to dive in, all in on basketball with a lot of resources at her disposal, guys.
Clearly the smartest person in the room at any given moment. It's really been fun to get to know her and chat with her before games and at shoot-arounds, and she's been very generous with her time, but she's putting together something potentially very special here in Seattle.
Yes, she is, and Dawn Malonga, appreciated the way that she always approaches every day with something positive. She mentioned a game specifically against Toronto where she was able to pull out a stat about open jump shots and how they've been able to generate them in that game. And Dawn was thinking going into that film session, hey, we played poorly. What are we talking about here? And she found something positive to kind of highlight for the team. The WNBA at Built by Deloitte is your home court for all things WNBA. Stay in the game with the latest schedules, where to watch, game alerts, and more. Scan the QR code to download now. Coach Rahman's team hanging around down by 9. Turner at the net. She'll tee up the jump shot. They left her open. She said, why not? Jackie Young will check back into the game.
I think Becky Hammond wants to see that same intensity that the Aces were playing when they had most of their star players in the game at the start of the game, and see if they can up.
Johnson drills the 3.
Good response right there from Seattle.
9-3 of the night.
Just taking advantage of just a little bit of a lapse here by the Aces.
Young on the up fake. She'll tee up a 3 and is able to respond.
That's why you cannot leave your feet on the defensive side of the ball.
Jackie Young now with 18 points in this one. There's Holmes. Malonga looked away as the pass was coming to her. A'ja Wilson trying the tightrope act here in Vegas. Couldn't stay in bounds.
And Flau'jae Johnson, young and active, but she comes out to defend. And she goes skying in the air, and all you have to do is readjust, get set, and take an open shot from there. And Jackie Young is so savvy, she takes advantage of it.
Cook turns the corner at the foul line over Wilson. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Malonga. Just creeped out, but she'll win the trip to the line.
Well, one of the things you can see Seattle needs to work on, which is really a difficult thing to do, is feeding post players. And now that they have all these long, strong, lengthy post players, figuring out how to get them the ball is going to be critical.
Next Monday on USA, the WNBA action continues with another heated matchup. A'ja Wilson and the Aces take on AC Fudd and the Wings in Dallas. Do not want to miss it right here on USA. Big time Commissioner Cup game. That tip is at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Dallas playing really good basketball right now.
Yeah, they really are. It's fun to watch their offense. Talk about an offense that really, really works. It's definitely Dallas. Yeah, the league's been really interesting this year, seeing the different teams that are really doing well and seeing Minnesota at the top. I don't think anyone anticipated that at this point in the season without Nafisa Collier. So
Olivia Miles has been terrific, leading the Lynx to that 3-0 Commissioner Cup record at the moment. And the Wings undefeated as well. Aces trying to get to 3-0 in this game. And Monday night, that game is going to be massive. Now that those undefeated teams are starting to have to play each other a little bit.
Right.
Getting that game at home for Dallas, a huge advantage as well.
Yeah, again, I love the Commissioner Cup games. I just think there's just a little something extra added each and every game. I like that there's a charity involved. I like that the players get paid. The whole thing works for me.
Young gets fouled on the three-point attempt. And she'll go to the line for 3 shots.
Again, this is where you just see veteran players doing veteran things. And so Jackie Young is understanding how the defense is playing her and just does a nice job of getting herself to the free throw line as she can feel her defense trailing her, goes up, uses her body. Those are just the little details, fine details, right, that vets get to have.
It's a 4th personal foul for Zaya Cook. So you now have Dolson with 4, Cook with 4, Malonga, who has 5 fouls and is on the bench. Foul trouble starting to mount up for the Storm. Meanwhile, Jackie Young, 20 points, now make it 21. Starting to come into herself after a slow start this season, dealing with some off-court issues and personal life issues, and now all starting to fall through the hoop for her. 20-point game at home. Bomb, counted and the foul. It's a big-time move.
Yeah, this is what I just think so important about her game is that at 19 years old, she has the strength and physicality to go up against an Alyssa Smith who's really strong. And so this is what she's already showing early on. She's, one, willing to get in there and battle, but then just kind of uses her body to take the contact and get to the free throw line.
Look at patience that time as well.
Yeah, it's interesting talking to her. I mean, she has a real confidence about her, all of those things, but she's very, very confident about what she can do in this league.
I talked to her about the differences between the pro game in Spain and the pro game here. She said it's more team-oriented back with her club, Valencia, in Spain, where they won a championship, by the way. So she's fresh off that now, coming into this season, where it's a little bit more one-on-one. You see a nice one-on-one move there by Jackie Young.
That was outstanding. Young gets in her bag. She's got a lot of different ways to score the ball.
Johnson on the pull, can't get that to drop. And Wilson gobbles up that rebound. She now has a double-double. 29 and 10. The next bucket will be 6K. And there it is! 6,001 points for Asia Wilson. The fastest to ever do it.
Unbelievable.
Dolson for 3.
Dolson is just so good for the Seattle team, bringing her veteran leadership, her ability to do things like that, hit the three-pointers, set the screens, and to teach the players as she goes.
Right over the head to Wilson. Young, Talbot for 3. Indeed!
Now everyone's getting jazzy with it. Gonna have no passes all night long.
Item in with the response. Rim as big as a hula hoop right now on both sides. There's Young coming off the Wilson screen. Wilson staring at Fong. Tees up a 3 and drills it.
Just has a look on her face. She did have a hand out, stretched out, trying to block the shot, but it's just not enough.
It's Flage. She thought about the 3. Fong with the response. It's not there, and Wilson plucks down the board. Chelsea Gray. Wilson, they move it. Young, good close that time by Fong, staying on her feet. Alyssa Smith down low, 5 to shoot, and she's fouled.
And that's really been the story of this game is Seattle having a hard time staying in front of this really good Vegas team. 22 personal fouls for Seattle.
Let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. We have Atlanta and Chicago tomorrow on ESPN. And the Sparks will visit Seattle, take on the Storm on USA. And a doubleheader on Prime Video, Chicago and Indiana, and Phoenix and Dallas. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Smith 1 of 2 from the line. That leaves her with 14 points and 8 boards. Heidemann tried to kiss it off the window. She took the bump. And she'll earn 2 at the line.
Yeah, Heidemann does such a good job of just moving the ball so quickly. Her willingness to get down into the lane is impressive for her size.
Seattle now in the bonus. Tisha Heidemann, 13 points and counting. This is now the 5th straight game she's been able to get a double-figure score. And the crowd now standing here on Pride Night. You see fans in the air. Heidemann sits them back down. Great. Wilson, Smith wide open.
Everything is working right now for the Aces.
7th assist of the night for Asia Wilson. On triple-double watch now with 2:35 remaining in this game. Hook shot there by Melvin, can't go. And Gray getting across the timeline.
Lloyd does a nice job of defending Melvin on that last stop.
Here's Young using the Wilson screen. 5 to shoot now for the Aces. It's Wilson to the corner. Lloyd off the mark. Lache has it. She'll wait for her team.
And that's a good defensive stop.
Malonga falling away. Great footwork by Dom Malonga. Under 2 to play. Storm needs some stops here. Malonga with 19 and 5. Starting to feel like herself after missing 8 games of a concussion. Now having to guard Asia Wilson. Jackie Young for 3. Another assist for Asia. Give her stuff in the stat sheet. Asia Wilson, and efficiently as well. And now a minute 39 for trying to close out their second home victory after picking up their first on Saturday night against the Valkyrie. Storm ball coming out of the timeout.
I was going to say, that was one thing Becky Hammond talked about. She wanted to see them bring the same energy for tonight's game as we saw for that Valkyries tilt.
Baum gets a nice feed from Melvin. Once again, a good set out of the timeout for Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle has done some really nice stuff here in this game.
And they get a stop now. Commissioner Cup. Tiebreaker comes down to point differential. New basket important here down the stretch. Young. Wilson driving, kicks. Young will try for 3. Indeed!
I love the unselfish nature of that. Asia Wilson giving up that ball to get it to her teammate.
Wilson 1 dime away from a triple-double. Under a minute to play. The handoff to Jackie Young. Young for 3. Can't get it to drop. Wilson, offensive rebound. Kicks it out. Gray will try. That's not there. Feels like the team knows that Asia's 1 dime away from a triple-double. Lache will lay it up on the other end.
Gonna try again. Someone's got to hit a shot for Asia.
30 seconds remaining in the game. It's Wilson in her office. The handoff to Young. That's off the mark. The shot clock is unplugged. Heidemann kicks Melvin for three. Not there.
One more chance.
One more chance. Wilson in the open floor. Lloyd. And that's out of bounds. 7.3 remaining in the game. Wilson, 1 assist, shy of a triple-double. She's come close before. Hasn't gotten over the line in terms of a triple-double. Doesn't look like she will get it here tonight. But she'll take the victory instead. Heidemann at the buzzer. Count it. It drops.